Okay, so yesterday we saw the max car problem. So let's try to work a little bit more on this problem. So when you go for interview, if someone asks you to make this program, you need to ask the questions. What what will happen if we pass null string? Okay, so there may be many questions here to ask. So whenever you get problem, just don't jump on the coding. Don't jump on to write the coding. You need to ask many questions. If someone asks you, just find the maximum character in the word hello. So you need to ask whether if I pass null to this, for example, if I pass like this, max character, and I don't pass any value inside it, what will happen then? So whatever answer he will give, you have to manipulate in the code which he will tell. So for example, I'll tell you, if I pass nothing, just return null. So if I want to do this part, then what I will do? I will check here if not str, that means str is not passed, then return null. Okay, whatever he interview person will tell you to manipulate this code in the based on that one. What will happen? Another question will be, what will happen if one L is small letter, another letter is capital, whether it will be considered as a separate letter or we need to convert into all small letters. So if someone says that, okay, just convert it into the small letter. So if I pass capital HH, then also it is considered as a small h. So if that is a requirement, then you have to convert this str to small letter. So for example, I can say let new str equal to str to lowercase. So just I can say str to lowercase. Let's check the syntax to lowercase in JavaScript. So it is to lowercase, so that is the correct. So we need to check exactly maybe L is capital or C is capital or not. This is the Java. Let's check in the JavaScript. Yeah, it is same in the JavaScript also. It is same to lowercase. So we need to convert. We need to convert the current str to lowercase, and then we need to use new str rather than old str. Generally, I try to avoid manipulating the parameter which is coming inside. So I convert it into a new variable and then use it the new variable. Since this new str is not modified, I can also use the constant instead of the let. So if you think that you can modify the variable, like in this case max is modified with the new value, then we will use the let. But if I feel that this variable is not updated in the code, then I use the word constant in that case. Also, this object, though we are updating the elements of the object, we are not changing the object. So object can also be the constant, not the let. So these are the few changes I have done in the current program. You can ask more changes, more questions from the interviewer, that what other things you can think of. Like I thought of a couple of ways, that with the lowercase or uppercase is one and the same thing or different thing. Whether I pass null, what will happen? What will happen if I pass 1, 2, 3? So there are different questions which we need to ask, and based on that different questions, we need to manipulate our code. Okay, so this is something. So if numeric is allowed, then we have to manipulate it differently. So there is another problem which we will do in future, today or tomorrow, that will take care of the numeric things. Right now, this is about the string, but we will do something for the numeric also. So based on that, you will know how to do the numeric part also. So whenever you get any problem in the interview, just don't jump on it because you know the solution. Just don't jump on it. Try to ask few questions, and based on the questions, you can write your program. Okay, and while asking the questions also, you should think in your mind how you are going to solve this problem. So you will get extra time in when you ask questions. At that time, you can in the back of your memory, you can ask the questions. So if you have written this code, just change this little bit, change this line and change this line, and make the object as a constant. Do these three changes, and then we'll move to another problem. I'll give you 1 minute to do that. Yeah, I will talk about max word now. After you are done with this next problem, I will give you to do the max word. Okay, so these three lines to be changed, and then we will now move to another max word problem. So before doing the max word, I will just want to tell you one basics about that, which will help you to do the word. So for example, if I have a string, hello world, now if I want to convert it into the array, right? So if I want to convert this string to the array, I can use another variable array, and then I will say string, that str, whatever str is this, dot split, and then I have to give the text which will need to split it. So right now I want to split based on the space, so I will give one space to split the string. If let's say tomorrow the string is like this, string is with comma separated, string is there like this, and if I want to put this in the array, and the parameter which I want to split is based on the comma, then I can write like this array, and in the bracket I will give comma sign. So now this part will be separated and put it in the array with comma separated. So hello will be there in the array, world will be there in the array, hello will be there in the array, and baby will be there in the array. So we are splitting this text to array by comma, and in this case we are splitting the words by the space sign. So let's see what will happen if I do hello world, and then if I check array, you will see hello and world are two separate words. Now I can loop through this array and do whatever I want. Initially I could have not looped through the string because I would have to loop through the word, right? We can loop through easily with the character, each character, and it is defaultly available in all string. But what if I want to split, if I want to walk through with each word? So if I want to go through each word, then I have to first convert it into the array, and then I have to use the array to loop through this array, and I can do whatever I want. So this is just the basics which I want to tell you before we go to the next problem. So let's do another problem which is similar to the max character, but the problem is like this: max word.js. So how this program will run, I will just copy it. So it is max words, and you will get a text like there was a boy. I will not put full stop. I don't want to use full stop. I just want to use a space. In this case, he was a good boy. For example, just I'm putting something. He lives in California, for example. Okay, so you have to tell me which word is having the highest number. So like was is 2 times, he is he is 2 times because this is there, and in is 1 time, California is 1 time, boy is 2 times. So let's add few more words. He lives with his mother. Okay, so now if you see he is 3 times. So when I return it from this max word, I want that he should be the answer because he comes 3 times and all other comes single time or double time. So like this, in the character which we were checking which letter came maximum time, but with this max word we have to say which word came maximum times. Okay, so here will be Jack and Jill and man, something like that. So here and is coming 2 times, so you will give the answer is and. Okay, so based on what I just now explained, you have to use the array to split it, and once you split it you can loop through as you have looped in this case. You can loop through the array and do in the same way. So the answer will be same. Only thing here we are looping through the words. Previously we were looping through the letters. Okay, let's see how it will look. In this case, Jack will come as 1 time, and will come as 1 time, then Jill will come as 1 time, then and is again repeated, so it will come 2 times, and then man will come as 1 time. So in the result, I will get and because it is 2 times. So just do this and give me the answer. It is similar to max character, but we are using max word. So just once you're done, put it in the chat, and if it cannot take the whole string, you put part by part, like put few lines of the code and then paste another few lines of the code and another few lines of the code. So let me write down the structure here, then you can work on it. So I'll use max words and I'm passing the string, and then I will say x equal to max words, and I will pass some string here, and then I will console.log of x. So x should be the word. For example, he. In this case, it is he. So I want the x to be the he. Is that clear? So just write down this program. I give the structure. You have to write down the body of the function. So I'll give you 3 minutes to finish this. So this is the page of all the old videos. If you have missed any lesson, you can go through the old video and work on revise your class. I'll just give in the chat. Okay, let me see who else. Max Word. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can put any example. You don't need to follow whatever I have written here. You can put anything here, but just have some few words repetitive in this one so that you can do it correctly here. So if you go for interview and they ask max word, maybe you can ask many questions like what will happen if we have the full stop? Do we need to take full stop also into consideration, or we need to remove it? So other many questions you can ask. Another question is what happen if I pass null? What will happen if we get same number of words? Like he is 3, let's say boy is also 3. So what should we give? So there are few questions you can ask, and based on that you can modify your program. Okay. So this is the one. So you do this one. So if there is period like this, we need to remove the period. Generally, the interview will say, just delete the period and then do whatever you are doing in this project. So to delete the period, I will show you that later in future classes, and you can delete it using a couple of ways. One way is you can use a regular expression to delete the full stop. Another way is to write the character code, which I will tell you, because each character code is having a number, and based on that we can remove the full stop also. So that I will tell you in few days how to remove the dot or any extra character. Like we have dollar, so we need to ask whether any special character also we have to remove it. So generally it will be yes, and if it is yes, then you have to remove it, and if it is no, then don't worry about that one. So to remove the extra character or full stop, there is one method which I will tell you in few days how to do that. But right now, just try to do it as I showed here. Okay, so there can be more complexity. We will modify this program once we do some more stuff. Okay, so I will check this tomorrow if you are not done today. I just saw a couple of people have posted it, so maybe others can do it tomorrow and show me tomorrow. I don't want to invest more time on this project in this program. So let's do another program, and I will check this tomorrow. So whoever are doing it, they can show me tomorrow. So let's do another one. It's called Anagrams. So we will be doing now Anagrams. Now what are Anagrams? So if you don't know Anagrams and interviewer will ask you do the Anagram. So you need to ask him what are Anagrams. Explain, please explain. What are the rules of the program? What should be allowed in the input? What should be the output? You have to ask those questions from the interviewer. So now here you will get two strings. One is string 1 and one is string 2. And we have to say string 1 is the anagram of string 2 if all the characters of string 1 are present in the string 2. For example, I will say cat. String 1 is cat and string 2 is tech. Okay, so in the first case we have CANT And in the second case also we have CAT, but in the different order. So this is the anagram of each other. String 1 is anagram of string 2 because all the characters of the string 1 are present in the string 2. So this is anagram. Let's take another example. String 1 is fat and string 2 is cat. So now both are 3-letter, but here C is not there and here F is not there. So this is not an anagram. So like this, let's take another example. String 1 is cat and string 2 is cat E. This is also not an anagram because it should match, all the characters should be there and it should be of the equal length. And if in the first case we have 2C, in the second case also we should have 2C. So for example, if it is CCAT and ATCC, this is anagram because CC is 2 times, A is 1 time, T is 1 time. In the second case also A is 1 time, T is 1 time, CC is 2 times, C is 2 times. So this is anagram. So what is the definition? Definition is, just assume that everything is lowercase with no spaces, no special characters. So this is the initial requirement for this project. If examiner wants to something different, that I can provide you uppercase, but you have to make it lowercase, then you can do that. But in this case, I will not input anything uppercase or no spaces, and there will be no special character. So we have to see all the characters should be present in the second character, and the number should also be the same. If I say here there is only 1C, then this is not an anagram because in the first case it is 2C, in the second case it is 1C. So this is not an anagram. So let's see how we will do it. So let's create a structure function and a valid anagram. And here I will pass str1 and str2. Two string will be passed. And what I have to return? I have to return true or false, whether it's an anagram or not. So I will say return. Right now I'm saying true, but I will change based on it is false or true. And then what I will do? I will create a constant where val equal to valid anagram, and I will pass two string. For example, I will pass hello as a one string and O E L H L like this. So these both are having O 1 time, E 1 time, L 2 time, H 1 time, and same thing here. So this is valid anagram. So it should return me true. I will do console.log val is val. Okay, so this is the first example. One example I have put it here, and we have to build this program. So this all program frequency counter is all the programs which I will put it in the frequency counter are where we have to create the object in this fashion. Okay, so we have to create the object in this fashion. So let's build the object first for the string 1, and I will also build the object for the string 2. So just see what steps we are doing. Step 1, create character map for each string. What is this method called? When I am doing this is called the character map, where each character is given the number, how many times it is there in the string. So first we have to build the character map for each string. So we have str1 and str2, we have both, and then we will build the character map for both. Then what is the step 2? Step 2 will be, I will go through each character. So once this character map is created built for the first one, HELO O. So L is 2 time, O is 1 time. So once the character map is built for hello, we will also build the character map for string 2. Let's see what will be the character map of string 2. So string 2 will have O1. So let's write down again O1. Then we have E1. Then we have L of 2. Then we have H of 1. So once we have character map of this first string and the character map of the second string, then what I will do, I will loop through the character map of the first object. Okay, and I will take H and I will see what is the value of H in the object 2. H is 1, H is 1. Both are 1. So I'll say okay. Then I'll take E from the first one and I will check what is the value of E in the second one. It is 1. So both are same. So I will go to the third one. L. What is L in this case? L is 2 here also, L is 2 here also. Then I will go to the O. O is 1 here also, O is 1 here also. Since all are matching, then I will say this both are valid anagram. Otherwise, if any one of has different value, then I will say it is not a valid anagram. Okay, something like we will do in this way. So what we will do here, loop through object 1. I will loop through, and then step 3 will be check if each character, that is key of object 1, has same value in object 2. So key, I will take the key H and I will check what is the value of in object 2. If both are matching, I am good. And in the final one, if everything is matching, then I will return true. And if something is not matching, I will return false. So these are the 3 steps, and we will write down the 3 steps. And I want you to answer these 3 steps. This is very quick now. In 5 minutes, we will finish this project. So let's do it. So first thing is create a character map of string 1 and 2. So we will do one method today, and tomorrow we will optimize it, because in interview, if you write only the initial thing, there are a lot of things which we can improve. So tomorrow we will improve the project, this program. Today we will go through little fast and do it, and tomorrow we will do some optimization. Okay, let's do this. So first I have to build the character map of the str1. So see how to do the character map of str1. So I think if you know how to do the character mapping, it is similar to what we did here. So I want you to do it. So what is the first step? What should I write here? I want only the first line. We have to create the character map of the str1 like this. So what is the first step in creating the character map? Okay, for let I of str1, we have to loop it. Okay, so I'll say loop str1 to create character map. Okay, so let's loop the str1. For let I of str1, and here I will check as I have checked here. Okay, so I will check and here before looping through, I will create 2 variables. One is object 1 equal to object, and I will create object 2 equal to object. So I created this 2, object 1 for str1, object 2 for str2. So here in this first loop, I will check if object 1 of I, if it is there, then what I will do, object 1 of I plus plus. If it is already there, For example, if H is already there in the object 1, then I will update the H to +1 1. And else, if it is not there, then I will say object 1 of I equal to 1. Okay, like we did here. Okay, so we look through the first object, first string 1. Let's do same thing for the string 2. So loop str2 to create another character map. So I will loop through str2 and I will build a object 2. So now we have the object 1, which is similar to this one, and we have object 2, which is similar to this one. So 2 steps are done. Now what I will do, I will loop through the object 1. So let's loop through the object 1. So I will say for let character in object 1. You should always remember, if we have object, then off will not work. We have to use in. Okay. So when I use object let character of in object 1, that means it will loop through all this, and this character will be HELLO. And what will be the value? To access the value, what will be the word I should use? I can say let value equal to object 1 of character. So this character is nothing but this HELO. And if I want to see the value, what is the value? Value will be nothing but the object 1 of the character. Object 1 of the character. Let's name it as value 1. Okay. Okay, let's have another one. Let val2. And here I will also get the value for the object 2. For the same character, I will get the value for object 1, and then I will take the value 2 for this same character. So to get the value 2, I will use object 2, and I will pass same character. So for example, initially I have H, so I am getting the value of H from the object 1. I am also getting the value of H from the object 2. So we are getting value of H from object 1 and object 2. Now we have to compare these two values. If both values are same, then we are good. But any value is different, then we have to return false. So here I will say if value 1 is not equal to value 2, then return false. Otherwise return true. In the end, I am always returning true. Only I can return false when the value 1 is not equal to value 2. So maybe O is 2 in the second case, then it is not anagram because both have different value. So both should have the same value, and that is the case. I take the value 1 from the object 1 and the value 2 from the object 2, and I compare this. Okay, let's do little more checksum. I will also initially check if str1.length is not equal to str2.length, then I will return false because both should have same length, otherwise character will not match. So initially I will put this check. If both are not of same length, then immediately return false. And after I build the character map, I will go through one of the character map from object 1 or object 2. I have chosen object 1, but you can choose object 2 also. So what I am doing in this part, I am going through each letter. This is the character, and I am getting the value from here, and I am getting the value from here, and I am comparing both the values. If both values are same, then I am okay. But if both values are not same, then I am not okay. And if both values are same, it is anagram. If all the values are same from here, then it is anagram. Otherwise, it is not an anagram. Okay, so let's run through this and see how it goes. So I know this is the anagram of this, so I should get the correct results. Before going through the result, I will also print our object 1 and I will also print our object 2 to see what is going on. Okay, let's run it here now. I will say node anagram.js. So what it is saying, H is 1, H is 1, E is 1, E is 1, L is 2, L is 2, O is 1, O is 1. So value is true, that means it is valid anagram. Let's try to change something here to different letter. For example, T. Now here we have T, but here we don't have T. Now let's run it again. So now value is coming false, that means it is not anagram because H is matching with H, E is matching with E, L2 is not matching with L1, so this is invalid value and so it is returning false because we have different value for this one. So just we did the anagram. So if you don't understand this program, then let me know where you got stuck or which part you did not understood. Otherwise, I will assume that you understood everything. So just write down this program, this function, and then if you have any problem, then ask me. So just write down this. So once you are done this, we are done for today. So just write on this. Once you are here, I will scroll down. So let me know once you are done till here, then I will scroll down. Okay, half of the function is here and half of the function is here. So we will do some optimization tomorrow, and you go through this function again and again and write it 10 times, and if you don't understand it, we will revise it tomorrow again. If any one of you has problem in understanding, then I will go through it again in a different way. So make sure you should be able to write it down without looking at the code. So everything is clear that here we are creating a character map. Here also we are creating the character map, and then we are looping through first character map and comparing with the second character map. So we are comparing the value from the first character map to second character map. There is one problem. Let's see what is the problem. Okay, this is about the max word. We have not completed it.